Hello everybody and welcome to Game A Dayer. It is day 399 here on Game A Dayer. My name is Step and today it is a Sunday, which means of course it is a Sunday story time. And today we are going to be playing NekoPara Volume 1. What's NekoPara? Why, it's a cat paradise. Kasho Minaduki, the son of a long line of Japanese confection makers, moved out to open his own shop, La Soleil? My French is as bad as my Japanese. As a patisserie. Okay, this game has very positive, or nay, overwhelmingly positive reviews, and is available on Steam for $10.99. It also has a sequel and a prequel, so that's interesting. So if you want to try your hand at NekoPara Volume 1, you can pick that up on Steam. But first, why not join us while we play it? Cute. Alright. I guess we'll start. Thank you very much. I'm heading out now. May have to turn that down. I don't know. We'll leave it where it is for now. Kerthud. Kerthud. Driver. Mover. Moving on up. Move. Patisserie de Soleil. De Soleil? La Soleil. Patisserie La Soleil. Phew, this should be most of the boxes then. Cashew. I wiped my feet. I wiped my feet off my forehead. I wiped the sweat off my forehead with my arm. As the moving truck disappeared from view, although it was early April and only the beginning of spring, today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signage yet. The brand new exterior wall had a western look, with a prominently white and brown motif. There was also a large window which let lots of sunlight in. And finally, there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery, La Soleil. Instead of the proper French article Le, it was La Soleil, meaning the sun. This was a nod toward the name of the shop of someone I admired. Now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best, I softly murmured to myself. From here on out, no one would tell me what to do. I was going to start completely anew, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up until now. I alone would decide my path and take responsibility for what I do. In exchange for that freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens. Still, although I was a bit worried, the thought of what lay ahead of me made me break into a smile. Alright! In that case, I'd better get all these things cleared up. I took a deep breath and got my spirits back up. I stepped into the new smelling bakery. Soon it'll smell like baking. Ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding, ding. What's with this big box? In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them. And holes poked in the box. Fragile, delicate. Absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying. Even if these are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, they were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If these were for the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. There were no tags from a moving company either. All there were those warning labels. Well, I'll know for sure once I open the... rattle. Sneeze? Huh? Oh. It's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat. Jeez. Chocolate. Better be careful. Like that would fool me. What are you doing, Chocolate? Long time no see. So, I'm going to try something different here. I'm not going to read the voiced parts word for word. I'll just read sort of a synopsis. Because I don't want to conflict with the voices. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, let me know if there's a choice between the Japanese and English, whether you'd prefer hearing the Japanese or the English. That would help me a great deal, because there's going to be a lot of these. Or there have been already. Anyway, carrying on. We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know. True. More important, those movers were really keen. So they picked up chocolate. They were picking up chocolate. And they said, this box is heavy. Chocolate wanted to hiss. She was fuming because they called her heavy. Well, compared to the rest of my things, you are heavy. She ignored what I said. Chocolate puffed out her cheeks. I could say that she was always... You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself only with what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you'd describe Chocolat. Well, I was getting ready to move. I did wonder why I didn't see you. Box 2 sneezes. What did you think was in the other box? Hey. Long time no see. My nose was itchy. The inside of the moving truck was dusty. Why is Vanilla here too? Wherever Chocolate is, she goes also. Besides, catgirls don't dislike tight spaces. Also, they said this box is heavy, so be careful with it. So I was also mad. Again, huh? In any case, Chocolat and Vanilla, get out of there. I was at my wit's end with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. Anyhow, Chocolat and Vanilla got out of their boxes. Why is no one picking up the phone? Just what is Shigure doing? I hung up after trying to call my little sister. There was no way that Chocolat and Vanilla could have gotten mixed up with the rest of the boxes in the first place. On the outside, catgirls look almost like humans. They can understand words and can talk just like us, but more than humans, catgirls were closer to normal cats. After all, catgirls had ears and tails just like cats do. They were genetically modified humanoid cats that were commonly referred to as catgirls. These days, catgirls fit into society, as pets in families or partners to humans. So it's an easy way to get around the whole slavery slash autonomous, sexy non-humans thing. Yay. My little sister really loves to dote on catgirls, so our family has 6, including Chocolat and Vanilla. In any case, they couldn't have mailed themselves all on their own. Mailing living things through the post would be impossible, for one thing. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that this was somehow Shigere's doing. I see, so Shigure was an accomplice then. It's a really pretty home. Chocolate really likes the smell of new bedding and furniture. It's bigger than it looks. Perfect for master's abilities. Let's take a look at that room. Catgirl's curious about the bedroom. Of course. Snuggling acknowledged. That decided, let's go. I like the animation here. The subtle sway makes it feel more like, less like still images, you know? Don't get out of control and hurt yourselves. Without any ill intentions, the 2 catgirls were off and running. Well, the bakery did have living quarters on the 2nd floor, so I wasn't worried about them causing a ruckus around here. Of course, they aren't young catgirls anymore either, so I shouldn't have to worry about them getting out of control too much. Well, besides that, I looked up an address in my phone's address book. Minaduki Residence. Well, I already left Shigure a message, so she should call me back later. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. I had moved out without saying anything, so for her to call me back within a day seemed a bit stupid. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right this moment. I should hear from Shigure soon anyhow. This seems like a weird setup. Also, this seems like a big place for one person, which I guess is good, because there are 2 catgirls living there now, but, like... suspension of disbelief. Alright, let's go. Goody. The new bed is fluffy and gets a passing score. Good to know. Good work, you 2. Gosh, both of you have major bedhead. Sheesh. I feel dirty. I tidied up their hair with a comb. Their soft hair felt nice as always. I lightly bonked them on the head while they had their eyes closed. Now then, why are you 2 hiding among my moving boxes? Oh, you said you weren't bringing us, so they had no choice. Chocolate said she was going, so of course Vanilla tagged along. You had no choice, just tagged along. You 2. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the 2 of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you 2? This isn't a vacation or a picnic. I moved out because I have no intention of going back there. If you were at home, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shigure and the other catgirls are there too. It would be better if you 2 just... started crying. Oh, started tummy rumbling. No. She's worried. There was no time to eat breakfast, so they haven't eaten anything all day, and they were stuffed in boxes. Aww, how cute. While listening to those silly excuses... does this go back? No. Backlog. While listening to those silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw that it was already past 1 o'clock. Now that I thought about it, I haven't eaten anything since this morning either. Well, why don't we have lunch first then? Understanding as ever. These two are always easygoing. This is bothering me. Meat, huh? Must be meat. We're not shopping. We're going to have food. Lately, Master hasn't taken us shopping with him at all. So, that's why Chocolat is in such a good mood. And Vanilla's really happy too? Aww. How cute. You'll bother those around us, so try not to get too carried away, you two. This is... so... I'm not even. Since the refrigerator was empty, we headed to the nearby shopping district to buy groceries. Oh, so they're not going out for lunch, they're going out to buy groceries. From brand-name clothing stores to supermarkets, there was an array of stores. There was even a drugstore with daily necessities amongst them. If you come here, we have just about everything. That was how the real estate agent had recommended this place to me. Wait, don't you two go shopping with Shigure often? Shopping with Shigure-chan and shopping with Master are totally different. It's troubling that Master doesn't have the proper mindset of a master. They're like robots. Except adorable. Hey, first of all, Shigure is your master. Goshujin-sama? So... I mean, that kind of makes me feel a little bit better because they have some autonomy in what they choose. I don't know, I don't want to get into a whole diatribe here about, like, the Ood or other slave races throughout sci-fi history, but it's like, they like being enslaved is always the excuse, and it always turns out not to be right, but when a slave race gets to choose who they serve, that makes me feel a little better about the fact that maybe, yes, it is consensual that they want to be in service. Maybe I should write something about that. I don't understand your reasoning, but I can tell you're very enthusiastic. Never mind then. Anyhow, keep it down inside the store, okay? I parted from the two of them. I decided to hurry on ahead. So they're bringing, like, this and that. But that's stuff for you two to use. I don't need it, so put it down and come over here. I mean now.
ショコラ泣かないの。ご主人はひどい人だね。
Master is an awful person. Don't just say that and then toss that in the basket all nonchalantly.
ガードが硬い。
I had to be on my guard, or they would sneak something in when I wasn't paying attention. They even tried to grab another basket for themselves at the supermarket earlier. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along.
ごめんなさい、ご主人様。久しぶりのご主人様とのお買い物でテンション上がっちゃって。猫は素直だから仕方ないね。
Price down! I just noticed the sign. Price down! Cat girls are honest, so it can't be helped.
ご主人も素直になればいい
It
の
would be
に。
nice if Master was honest too. It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't put the shampoo in the basket like that. Put it back.
保証です。お願いします、ご主人様。何卒ショコラたちのシャンプーを買ってください。シャンプーもない家に
It's
帰
sad
る
to
のは
return
悲しい。
to a home that doesn't have shampoo.
油紙は気持ち悪い。猫ちゃんたち、シャンプーもろくに買ってもらえないのか
Get
しら。
lively.
かわいそうに。
He won't even buy shampoo for those cat girls, the poor things.
猫虐待で通報した
I
方がいいんじゃ
wonder
ない
if
か
we
し
should
ら
report
ね。
him for cat girl abuse. Oh, God. Don't put on some act to confuse the customers around us. Seriously. We'd only just moved here. But suddenly, we already had disapproving glares directed at us. Yeah, this is gonna
ご
go
主
well.
人様とのお出かけは楽しいです。思わずニャンニャン言いたくなっちゃいますね。ニャンニャン。
So, if you want to purr, stop making it seem like I'm an evil git.
私たちのものは何も買ってくれなかったけど、ご主人敵。
I don't think I like her. I'm not a cheapskate. Besides, I nearly got reported. After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I don't think I can visit the shopping district for a while. Well, that's gonna be difficult. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of cat girls.
あっちからすごくいい匂いがする。本当だ。すごく香ばしくていい匂いがします、ご
Is
主
it
人様。
food? Because we should be getting food. It definitely does. What is this smell? Turn towards the source of it.
いらっしゃいませ。
Food stand cat.
美味しい出来たてのたこ焼
Would
き。
you like to try some delicious fresh takoyaki? Oh, octopus balls.
熱々で鰹節たっぷりのたこ焼きいかがですか？
Takoyaki with lots of bonito flake. I enjoy takoyaki.
猫のたこ焼き屋さんだ。珍しいですね、ご主人様。
I don't know, aren't a lot of stores run by cat
本
girls?
当だ。小さい子猫ちゃん、かわいい。
She looks kind of like a paper bag princess. It was a cat girl younger than Chocolat and Vanilla. She waved her tiny hands as she politely drew customers in. In human terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13. In cat years, she was about 6 months old. The young cat girl noticed us and ran over.
猫のお姉ちゃんだ。私と一緒だね。
It's an older sister. Oh, yeah, there's some resemblance.
一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。
Oh, resemblance is here? What?
喉ゴロゴロしてあげちゃおう。子猫は無邪気で
Young
超
cat girls
かわ
are
いい。
so innocent and
半端
super
ない
cute, they're the best.
私はなでなでしてあげちゃ
Aww,
う。
they're having a love in. Having a love in by the VW
う
microbus.
ちの猫が
I'm sorry that my cat girl is troubling
あの
you.
猫ちゃんたちの飼い主
Oh,
さん
are you the owner of those cat girls? The owner of the food stand greeted us. Yes, I am. Well, to be more exact, my little sister is their owner.
すごく可愛くてお利口な猫ちゃんたちだね。
They're cute and smart, aren't they?
愛想もいいし、言葉
They're
もし
so
っかり
courteous
して
and
る
well
し。
spoken, too.
うちのはまだ7
Mine
ヶ
is
月
still
なん
only
だ。
7 months old.
もうちょっとしたらあんな
Maybe
風に
when
ちゃん
she's
と
a
して
bit
くれる
older,
のか
she'll
な。
be a fine catgirl like these two. This is getting creepy. The food stand owner had a wry smile on her face and like she was talking about a mischievous child. At a glance, it was understandable that seeing a young catgirl made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were originally strays, so I don't actually know how old they are. The veterinarian said they were twins and were now about 9 months old. My little sister is actually quite the education freak. Back then, they were really noisy, but it was all worth it.
しぐれちゃんがちゃんとお勉強教えてくれたんです。いい子になれるようにって。
She taught them things?
でもおかげさまでいろいろと覚えた。
A disciplinarian whipped them into shape.
そうなんだ。いいご主人様なのね。
What a wonderful owner you have.
でもご主人様はご主人様なんです。しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんですから。ね、ご主人様。
Why, I've been adopted.
通訳すると
In other words, Shigure is an important friend.
ご主人って呼ぶのは
But when we say master, we're referring to this guy.
ってことで
This guy.
愛されてるんだね、ご主人様は。
You're very well loved, master, aren't you? Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudges me with her elbow. I respond with an embarrassed, forced smile. Hearing this kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing.
子猫ちゃん、ちょっと上向いてごらん。上？こう？
Look up.
よ
Like...
り。ゴロゴロゴロ。ゴロゴロゴロ。
Aww. They were getting along really well, which is great because, you know, usually newly met cats don't get along that well. They tend to be very territorial. The food stand owner looked fondly at them from nearby. Well, I say that, except Salem, my cat. I say my cat. The girl in real life's cat always loves every new animal that he meets. He just wants to be friends. So, there's precedent. Huh. Hooray!
うちの子も
My cat girl was a stray too. How do you get stray?
今日みたいにたこ焼き売ってたらお腹
On a
空いて
day
きて
just
さ
like this, while I was selling takoyaki, she came up to me with an empty stomach.
そのまま拾って
I took her home and she's been
今
like
自
a daughter
分の娘みたいな
to
風に
me.
なってさ
Aww.
店まで手伝ってくれる
She's
よう
even
にな
able to
って
help me
ね
with the shop now.
人型猫が流行
Humanoid
したこと
cats
も
were
あった
all
け
the
ど
rage, but
普通の猫の何倍も飼うのが大変だからね
they're many times more difficult to care for than regular cats. Her words seemed tinged with blame and worry. She grumbled, let out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see stray humanoid cats just wandering around. But now, it's more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cats had decreased, there was more of a balance, and owners were quite elated.
ほんと責任感のない
I really
連
am
中ばっかり
disgusted
で嫌
with
気も
those
さすけ
who
ど
don't understand the responsibility involved in owning catgirls.
でも
But
そ
then
いつ
again,
らのおかげで可愛い
If
娘
it
に
wasn't
会えたのかな
for
って思うと
I'd have
何と
never
も言えな
found
い
my
けどね
daughter. It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. This is true. This must be how pets find their way back to their owners. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought for me.
あ、そうだった。お姉ちゃんたち。
Older cat sisters, would you like to try some takoyaki?
熱々で
piping hot.
卵が入ってて、すっごくす
With
っ
a
ごく
big
美
piece
味
of
しいです
octopus
よ
in it. Oh, so it's got like a piece. I've only had like diced takoyaki.
すっごく
We're looking for food anyway,
これ
but
か
we're
ら
on our way
帰って
home
ご
to have
飯
dinner.
にご主人が作ってくれるから。
Oh, that's responsible. Their shoulders dropped, and they hung their heads. I rubbed them from behind. I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay, 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for me?
たこ焼き3つ？
Her large eyes blinked, and she tilted her head in confusion. Yeah, for me, chocolat and vanilla. Would you do that for me?
はい、たこ焼き3つですね。
I mean, it only stands to reason.
ご主人様、オーダーです。たこ焼き3つ。
3 orders of takoyaki.
ご主人様。
Okay, sorry. There was a little jog there. I'm back. It's going to take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too.
はい。そこらも、もうお腹が切なくグーグー泣いて
Chocola's
ました。
tummy is making growly sounds. So they didn't have breakfast, they didn't have lunch. I think this is reasonable. Also, takoyaki. I would love to try some like fresh off of a street cart. I've only ever had it in like going for sushi.
ご主人、かっこいい。
Master, you're so cool. So why did you call me mean then?
しぐれがいつも
Shigure wasn't kidding when she said a tsundere older brother is
言
a
って
good
るだけ
thing.
のことある。
I'm a tsundere. Wait, what does that mean?
はいはい。じゃあこっちにあるメニュ
Okay,
ー好きな
please
トッピン
choose
グ
the
と味
topping
選ん
and
でね。
flavor you'd like off the menu here.
うちの猫が遊んでもらった分
Since you were so nice to my
させてもら
Catgirl,
っちゃ
I'll
う
throw
よ。
it in free of charge. Aw.
はい、ありがとうございます。ショコラはマヨネーズかかってるのが好きです。
Mayonnaise on top. Yeah, it's totally a Japanese thing. I'm not big on mayo on takoyaki and stuff.
ありがたくいただきます。
Thank you so much for the kindness.
私は明太子チー
Fish
ズが
roe
い
and
い。
cheese. That sounds more interesting. My question was completely ignored. Well, I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at chocolat and vanilla, happily awaiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand. Meow, meow, meow.
ネコパラ。
It's cute. It's got like... It's set up a lot like an anime. With scene breaks. Is that the phone? I'm trying to figure out what this picture is. Is it like flower beds? Or is it sushi? Or is it bento? It's not bento boxes. I think it's flowers. I don't know. We'll find out. I think that's a carrot. Anyway. I still can't get a hold of her. Oh, no answer on the phone. Were there guests over today? When I checked the clock, it was past 10 o'clock already. The Catgirls killed her and then stuffed themselves in boxes. Since then, I tried calling Shigure several times, but I couldn't get through to her. And just like that, it had already gotten this late. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shigure. I really didn't understand my family's schedule at all.
ご主人様、ご主人様。
What?
久しぶりに一緒にお風呂入りましょう。
Oh.
お背中流してあげますから。
Bathe with your cat girls. What could go wrong?
私たちの発育が良くなってから。
Since you've matured.
れなくなった
I wonder...
色。
What? How is that? I wonder why. You haven't even grown that much. What are you two talking about?
にゃにゃにゃにゃんですと。チョコラとバニラはもう立派なレディー猫だってしぐ
Shigure
れちゃんが言って
Chan
ました
said
し。
that chocolate and vanilla are already grown to be elegant cat ladies.
その発言がセクハラ。猫の尊厳を踏みにじってる。
Yeah, I don't like that kind of... I don't know what you call it, teasing? because it's not appropriate.
それにショコラ
Besides, this is
の
Chocolate's identity we're talking about. Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to go home.
にゃ帰る支度
Get ready to go home? Didn't you know? We're staying with you
ショ
forever.
コラの家はご主人様のお家ですけどもショコラの隣が私の居場所だしあとご主人かっこいいなんか
Oh,
妙に
thank
も
you.
男前に見えてき
Strangely handsome. Hey, stop feigning ignorance, you two. Cut that out. The two of them looked my way, about to distract me again. Since Shigure isn't picking up, I'll take you two home. So go get ready to leave. Chocolat and Vanilla turned away from me and cast their gazes downward. Returning home on the same day I had moved out seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. There is no other way. Nor was there time for excuses. I looked toward Chocolat and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued on. Listen up, you two. I'm going to open my bakery. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two, get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after myself. It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. Chocolat said something with her head down. What did you say? I came closer and asked her to repeat herself.
嫌ですショコラは絶対に帰りません
Big surprise.
そんなこと言うご主人様は嫌いです
What? Hey, wait. Chocolat?
私もタットのことかいや
I
初
will
猫
also
のご
make
とく
great
複
haste.
雑
Or rather, I'll withdraw with the speed of a catgirl. Wait, stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too?
ほらほらご主人様こっちですよ
I've got to catch
シ
them.
ョコラはこちらにございます
It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt.
猫にそんな心配はご不要人型でも猫は猫さささ
Dash dash. Maybe so in Chocolat's case, but aren't you bad with physical activity? Come on, I've got you now. I've got you now, Chocolat.
ご主人様のエッチどこ触ってるんですかご主人ショコラの胸もろ触ってるも
With an
う
iron
わしづか
grip.
み
I am not. It's because you two are running around.
スキラリです
Hey, stop it. You're still going to run? I've got you, Vanilla.
ちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ
Hey, really, stop.
ナイスアシストショコラささ
So, it's 2 against 1. Like I said, stop running. The two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. So call the cat catchers. Have them delivered via taxi or something. I don't know. That was how the first night went. For now, I'll let you stay, but only for tonight. Like a few bows. Bow, 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 bow. I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? While all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope I had, that Shigure would call me back, didn't happen. So I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first priority.
もちろんご主人様のベッドで寝ます
Of course you will.
私もご主人のベッドで我慢する
Cleverly, they had even brought pajamas. Just how much planning went into their schemes anyway? Really, if you two sleep here, where will I be?
一緒に寝てくれない 主人は人の男子なのに往生際が悪い。順番はご主人、ショコラ、私でいい。
Of course they should.
にゃー、ご主人様とバニラに囲まれて幸せにゃー。
I would love to have like an actual dating game that had a similar setup to this, or even a male-female trio, but this is not that. This is clearly non-consensual weirdness. Oh well. Don't get ahead of yourself, you two. A single bed for... Oh, a single? No, you need a king. I just assumed with an apartment that big that he'd have a big bed. Since we're the ones that are intruding, we're fine with here too. We can curl up and sleep like catgirls, after all. We are very praiseworthy for not asking for luxuries. We're model catgirls. In their boxes, watch the two of them lie down and curl up on the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too pitiful a sight to be called praiseworthy. Right, so they can sleep in boxes. But manage, somehow. That's something only strange people would say. Where do these catgirls get this information from, anyway? Well, they've probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shigeru's room. Chocolat isn't good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books, though. Although if they're like only months old, how old did they say? Like, fewer than 2 years old. If they're reading, you know, I don't know the anatomy of catgirls, but their brains seem to be very bright. Wonder how long they live. Ah, whatever. You two go sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April, after all. No. I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. The sofa can fit one person, and there's air conditioning in there if I need it. And now the discussion about who sleeps where. They moved quickly toward me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hands on their soft heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa, and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders, understood? Oh, wine. I said it like that deliberately. The two of them looked like they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads, apologetically. Maybe you should have just said, look, I'm taking you home. They mustered out. They looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had an exact opposite of the effect. I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my chest. That pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going. Oh, pout. Good night. If anything happens, call me right away. I gently rubbed their heads and two dispirited catgirls once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room. You're not sorry enough to go home. Her vanishing voice echoed slightly in the darkened room. The pain in my heart from before came even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully, "It's okay if it's just for one night. Don't worry about it. Now then, go to sleep." Seems like a lot of trouble, man. I really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? I laid down on the sofa. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, the result would just lead to more sadness. If I used kind or hopeful words, they would all end up as lies. It's pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this. While I continued to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions, I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over.
NekoPara!
There's a pretty big difference between an underquilt and a bed covering. Good to know. Patisserie La Soleil. Regarding this situation, I want to respect Chocolat and Vanilla's intentions. This is Shigure now. If Chocolat and Vanilla agree, then I'll come get them. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. What about my intentions? It was not my intention to have a pair of Catgirls. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigure, even if you say that I don't think Chocolat and Vanilla will. Demanding. It's not demanding. Don't make it sound like a daily ritual or something. In any case. Wait, Shigure. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of a dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigure. What are we having for breakfast? There's some ketchup on your cheek. I'm assuming eggs. It's cutely artistic. The Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. Oh, that sounds nice. With an over-easy fried egg tucked into all that. It was a simple meal, but a delicious meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? It's more trouble than fun. World-class fun haver chocolat. Master was really looking forward to what? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. Ah. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. Milk isn't good for cats. You shouldn't feed your cats milk. The eating habits of catgirls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Well, of course not. We were waylaid. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening, too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with the sandwich in my hands.
ここにショコラがいたら
Will chocolate being around cause problems for Master? She put her sandwich down on her plate. And just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly.
そうですか
Cue the sad, tragic music. Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat on top of her head drooped downheartedly too.
ショコラ
And now, because Chocolat is sad, Vanilla is also sad. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. The pain from last night pricked my heart again. I tilted an already cooled coffee cup as my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment.
それでもショコラはご主人様のところに
She loves you, but you can't have her. How tragic! Her usually always perked up ears were drooping. Chocolat was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら私もここにいる私もここにいたいと思う
Can't she, like, use them in the bakery? Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocolat or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That. Understood? Somebody at the door? Someone's at the door.
ご注文ありがとうございますロイヤ
I'm
ルウ
with
ッド
Royal
で
Wood.
す
Thank you very much for your business.
ご注文いただきましたティーセ
I'm
ッ
here
ト
to
の
deliver
配
the
達
tea
にお
sets
伺いし
that
ま
you
した
ordered.
ではこちらお店
I'll
の
bring
中に
it on
運んじゃ
into
いま
the
すね
bakery.
こちらの段ボールで全部
This
で
should
す
be
ね
all the boxes.
では間違いなければ
If everything
利
looks
用
to
中
be
に
in
サインを
order,
い
could
た
you
だいて
please
もよ
sign
ろ
the
しいでしょう
invoice?
か
She smiled brightly and brought out an invoice along with a pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow, this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですかそれは
Are you saying that
品
these
物
aren't the
が違
correct
うということで
items?
しょうか
No, the stuff I ordered is here too, but I looked over at a pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみませんすぐに本社に確認しますので少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか
Sorry for the inconvenience. Because of an error on our part, it appears that another order got mixed in with yours. I imagine that you may be in need of these items right away, Mr. Minaduki. So, if at all possible, if you would be able to accept this order... Accept this order. Huh? From all of this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all
も
this.
ちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので私も次の配達に
I have to make it to my next delivery after all. Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. from the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it re-delivered could take double the effort, too. That was cute. I like that. So they can help. That's right, I have a lifeline! Just don't break anything. You've really saved me, Catgirls. Thank you very much. Well then, I'll be on my way. I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowering myself into a chair and relaxing my shoulders. Master, here's some cold tea. Please enjoy it. Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I... Oh, it's supposed to be cold. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolat. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you two. She's easily satisfied. Watching from the shadows, you did well. So you didn't help at all? I mean, this is the obvious solution, right? Just get their assistance. So, is the seller gonna come and pick up the stuff that isn't supposed to be there, or do you just have to soak the cost? Hey, you two are getting a bit close. They leaned forward toward me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue from the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay? Why not? Her shoulders drooped, and her ears and tail also drooped, I guess. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. Since we're here anyway, Chocolat guesses she'll go clean up. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocolat isn't an idiot. I know she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy, but even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was a little more... It was all the more with how much she cared for me. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. That's a difficult sentence to parse. Is it that much of a bother to have us here? No, well, you're not bad. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked the question. You two aren't bad, and that's why I can't have you stay here. It's because you two are good cat girls and that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard. Humans are hard to understand. Cat girls do not understand such things. If we like a human, we want to be near them. At the very least, that's how we feel. vanilla.
ショコラのところ行ってくる。
I will go check on Chocolat. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footstep slowly disappeared, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, this is a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said out loud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live a simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. Uh-oh.
NekoPara.
あれ、今日はあのたこ焼き屋
The
がいない
takoyaki seller isn't here today. Oh no, what a mystery. But
ネコパラ
I'm afraid that's going to be it for us for
トレイ
today.
に拝見しました。
So, if you want to hear about why the takoyaki seller isn't there, you'll have to give this video a like. And have your family, friends, pets, and loved ones all do the same, because, as you know, the first video on this channel to get 100 likes will get that game, a full playthrough as a bonus video or series of videos for the channel. So if you want to see the rest of NekoPara Volume 1, then yeah, give this video some love. Thanks for joining me here today on Game A Dare while we've played NekoPara Volume 1. It was fun. I felt a little weird about it, but that's fine. These games are often weird. If you have any comments, any direction you'd like me to take with these videos, I'd love to know in the comments down below. Please don't hesitate to let me know what you think. And also, remember that the best way to support the channel is to like, share, and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And when you do, don't forget to hit that dingy bell, because that will let you know when I upload new videos, which I do every single day. My name is Step. We have been playing NekoPara Volume 1 here today on Sunday Storytime. Thanks so much for joining me, and please come back tomorrow when we'll be playing something for Mobile Monday. Thanks, everybody.